life fades, the vision dims. All that remains are memories. I remember a time of good movies, high ratings, this wasted land. But most of all, I remember the bloody, dreadful shite movies. The man we called Chris. To understand who he was, we have to go back to the other time. When the world had video stores like Blockbusters and no Netflix. Gone now, swept away. For reasons long forgotten, loads of streaming services went to war and touched off a blaze which engulfed the film industry. Without good movies, they were nothing. They built a house of straw. The thundering film industry sputtered and stopped. Their leaders talked and talked and talked, but nothing could stem the avalanche. Movies got worse, actors went on strike. A whirlwind of remakes, a firestorm of sequels. Men began to watch any old shit. In the cinemas, it was a bland kind of nightmare. Only those mad enough to watch rubbish, brutal enough to get to the end of Murder Mystery 2 would survive. The Karens took over the IMDb, ready to wage war in the reviews. And in this maelstrom of toxic fandom, ordinary men were battered and smashed. Men like Chris, the bad movie fan Chris. In the roar of a DVD player, he lost his taste in movies and became a shell of a man. A burnout, desolate man. A man haunted by the demons of Neil Breen movies. A man who wandered the streaming services. And it was here, in this blighted place, that he learned to love bad movies.
Hello and welcome back to a tarnished and rusty BDSM cinematic wasteland. I hope you're all well. Feeling quite hot and sweaty in this blighted place. So, let's get straight down to this week's low-budget treat. 1993's Mad Max ripoff, Warriors of the Wasteland, aka New Barbarians. It stars a lot of Italians. I don't know who they are, but hey-ho. And Fred Williamson. You might know him from Dusk Till Dawn and various 70s black exploitation movies. The plot, according to IMDb, is...
In a post-apocalyptic world, the human population has been reduced to a few starving groups. Two loners help protect a group of pilgrims from a ruthless gang intent on exterminating everyone left and purging the earth.
Thanks for that. That really doesn't tell me much. So, let's dig into some reviews.
Silly Dog writes Italian ripoff of Road Warrior. Who the producers of this film were not sued for copyright infringement is a small miracle. I've watched some terrible films, but this is amazingly bad. It's the sort of film that's made enjoyable by drinking games. Strangely enough, the best direction in the entire film is the delicate treatment given to a homosexual rape scene. This proves to me the producers chose to make a bad film when they could have made a good one. Shameful. Watch the real Road Warrior instead.
What the hell? The best part of the directing of this movie and how he treats a homosexual rape scene? Jesus Christ. Next.
Anti-Wolf writes, Gah! A kirk. I had very, very low expectations for this movie. It did not live up to them. I can't recall a worse movie. The Killer Shrews was better. The movie is essentially a Western set in a bizarro post-apocalyptic setting. The two main heroes seem borrowed from Han Solo and Lando Calrissian. The movie does have its uses as something to laugh at, not with a bunch of friends.
Ooh, I think I might add Killer Shrews to my list. Wonder if it's got any good reviews, this.
Kurchias Bezdalas writes, worth watching for post-apocalyptic movie fans. I won't deny that this movie has a lot of pointless and stupid dialogues, and many other things in this movie make no sense. And also that this movie, just like many other post-apocalyptic movies, is a Mad Max imitation. But that is what I was expecting from this movie. There were some good action sequences, colorful characters, and vehicles. The only thing which this post-apocalyptic movie lacks is freaks, though the characters of this movie acted freaky sometimes. But there could be more freakishness, like in Mad Max, where it looked more effective too. There also was some chopped off limbs and exploding human bodies. Some of those scenes were pretty impressive. So it's pretty entertaining post-apocalyptic movie.
Look, mate, just by your title of your bloody review, it's going to be a Mad Max clone. So, let's grab some popcorn and watch this bitch.
They're coming! They're coming!
But only we, the Templars, are the ministers of revenge!
Run! Run!
With all the Templars around, you women are getting rare.
Wow, that was your basic cheap as chips Mad Max clone. But with the world's slowest car chases. And the car engine noises are just a horrible droning noise. It really gets on your nerves after a while. But I pushed on, I got through it. So, let's see if Warriors of the Wasteland is a cinematic kink, or just a cinematic stick. 1. Did I find it entertaining in any way? Well, I did. The opening's a bit weird. There's almost like a toy city. It's supposed to be like a real city, and you see, looks like somebody's lobbed a smoke bomb behind a building. That's the nuclear holocaust. That really made me laugh. And then there's a panning shot of what looked like astronauts dead on the road, and one of them has see-through boob cups on her spacesuit. Oh dear, who the hell designed that? Also the car chases, they made me laugh. I know they were droning on with that stupid noise, but they reminded me so much of 1976's Bugsy Malone movie. And also, what really made me laugh, they recreated some of the scenes from Mad Max. There's the oil refinery and all the baddies are circling the place. In this, it's a few caravans, a van, and some silver plastic barrels all stacked up as a few sort of like converted VW Beetles slowly crawl round in a circle. Oh dear. Some of the images in this film really made me laugh. So, I'm giving it a point. It made me laugh. It was fairly entertaining. 2. Did it have a good story idea? In a word, no. It's on the level of a 10-year-old's fan fiction. You watch Mad Max, like the car chases, and that's about it. So, it's not getting a point. 3. Was it boring? Surprisingly no. But it did have its lulls. I watched it all in one sitting, so that's a plus. I'm giving it a pity point. 4. Will I ever watch it again? Nah, it's not that entertaining. It's alright. I've seen it, found it quite amusing, but it's nothing you ever come back to. So, it doesn't get a point. 5. Would I recommend anybody else to watch it? I would only suggest you watch Warriors of the Wasteland if you're slightly curious. But if you've got other things better to watch, watch them. This is the sort of thing you watch when you've completed every single movie and every streaming service. And you've got bugger all left. Then watch this. So, it doesn't get a point. So, with a score of 2 out of 5, it's dragging its arse in the cinematic stink. With that out the way, what shall I watch next? I don't know why I'm going to do this to myself, but I'm going to watch a superhero movie, which has a rating of 1.7 on IMDb. It's The Amazing Bulk. And by all accounts, it is stock footage, the movie. Apparently the director got tons of stock footage and then filmed himself and everybody in front of a green screen with some really, really ropey CGI. The story's supposed to be pretty shit, but it's basically an Incredible Hulk-ish ripoff and police procedural. By all accounts. God, I think I've really reached the bottom now. The bowels of IMDb. So, I'll see you next time.
If you would like to help Chris on his journey through cinematic pain and pleasure, then you could join our new Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/badflix. That's BADFLCX, Badflix. And you can contact Chris by email bdsmpodmovie@gmail.com. For movie recommendations, feedback, or just to say hi, please don't forget to rate, subscribe,
and all that jazz.
Free bagels.
If you want to force Chris into watching movie 43, you can donate at buymeacoffee.com/bloodydreadful. That's buymeacoffee.com